There we go. So I got her nice and goobered. So it'll come off nice and easy. Now, I think I'm going to disconnect the top hose of the rad. I know, but when I disconnect the bottom hose of the rad, I'm going to have to put a bucket down. But I know that the leak was about halfway up the rad, or 3/4 of the way up. So the top tube's definitely going to be empty. So let's see if I can loosen this hose clamp or not. Oh my god, it's moving, guys. I don't know if it's going to unthread or... Oh no, my god, it's actually working. Now, another thing is these rad hoses. I don't know. They look okay, but I don't know. I don't know what the shelf life is on a rad hose, especially when it's been used. You know, I'm sure after so many years, not so good anymore. But I think I might need another hand for this. Oh, I got her. There. Yeah, it's a little dry. Just set that over here somehow. Put it away. Watch down there so I don't pinch off any more fins or anything. I think the leak might be right around there. It looks like they might have patched it before. Yeah, they have in a couple spots, so that's no big surprise that it leaks then. But shows good odds that it can be patched, which is a bonus. The main goal of this is getting this so I can fill it up full of water and actually run it, because every time I've started it and ran it at all, I never ran it for all that long because she'd heat up, of course, and I didn't want to overheat it and burn it out before I even got her going. So I got got her ready to go now, like otherwise, but I think she'll run. I mean, I hadn't had it running long enough it'll even sustain an idle. I don't know if my carb still needs some more work, which wouldn't surprise me, or what it is, but I'm sure if I ran it for a good 5 minutes it'd probably be alright, get it up to temperature, and it'd be good for the engine too, just to break itself back in type of thing. But to do that I need cooling, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these bolts out and I'll get back to you. As I was taking out the bolts, I noticed there's an easier way to do things. They were nice and put a handy dandy valve in, so I can drain the red, whatever's in the red that way, nice and clean, and then I'll disconnect this, disconnect the rest of the bolts, and out she comes. So as you can see, I got it draining, but that's going to take forever. The old valve I think is a little cruddy. I'm just going to try to work it. See, that does. Sometimes when you work it back and forth a few times, it starts working a bit better. At least now it's a constant stream. I put my dog in. Obviously you don't want to have animals around antifreeze. I think the antifreeze level is quite low in this. It's quite diluted with water. I know I put a lot of water in the red, but you don't want to take chances with that stuff. It could be life or death, and can't have that with a pet. While I'm down here, I noticed I have to replace this bar here, the front cross member of the frame. It's a little holy moly. And she's real bad on this side, but that's no big deal. Actually, right now, it doesn't need it as much. Well, I guess it should, because it's holding the front leaf springs. But this plow gear here too helps that. That is underneath. That I'm underneath, rather. Anyways, we'll come back when this is finished draining. Well, it's out. It's relatively easy once I got her drained down there. I just popped out the rest of the bolts, and it practically fell down, but I picked it up and got it out. This thing is starting to rust up a bit. Right now I don't have time for that, but someday I'll probably take this whole front clip off and clean all the pieces up. A little bit of rust, no big surprise down there. But I was figuring, you can see there's definitely been work done to this red before there and down there. And I was thinking the hole was kind of in that spot, only it looked like it was coming through the front, but I thought maybe it was just weeping out the back. And then I realized, oh wait a minute, I don't know how well you guys can see that. There we go. There's our hole, guys. Pretty easy peasy this one, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the only spot it leaked, but I'm going to go fix that. I'm going to try filling her up full of water, and if she don't leak, then hopefully I'll be off to the races. But it's hard to find it when I'm all zoomed in like that. But yeah, a little pinhole right there. Hopefully that's the only one. I looked it over and I don't see any other holes, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Alright, I just sanded it down now a bit. Just prep the area and just use, usual plumbing sandpaper, some plumbing solder, my torch. I'd like to use 50-50, but this is all I got. So this might even be 50-50, I don't know, but I'll use whatever solder this is, and hopefully it'll hold. It should. I can plumb houses, so I'm sure I can do this. But it's a little difficult for me to show you guys, but maybe I will. Alright, I'll try this with my my tripod. Hopefully I won't block the shot too bad. I have no idea if this is going to work. I've never done this before. But by the looks of it, it does. Other people have done it, so why can't I? Handy name solder. Torch. Tired on the fins, I think. Maybe better with solder on. Whatever. It's sticking very well. Not sure why. Don't seem to want to. Partially plugging the hole, but completely plugging the hole. I guess there's only one right thing to do, and that's just keep trying. I know my problem. I forgot flux. It isn't going to work without flux, of course. So now that I've severely damaged these fins, beyond repair, sand her off one more time, get some flux, and then give it a try. Alright, got my solder. Trying to get it open, it's not working very well. I guess my solder turned into glue and will not come open. Alright, I'll get back. Alright, now to add the ever important flux to the mix so it actually works. It's a pretty bonehead move. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I kind of get forgetful when I'm charting uncharted territory. Words don't work so good on a Sunday. After a couple days of drinking, can't remember stuff so good. Let's try this. Still, it's kind of working, but still not enough. I think the hole's actually getting bigger at this point. But I am getting solder stuck to it on both sides, so let's start. Add some more flux and try again. I mean, it's worst can happen is it just won't work. Considering it's leaking now, so from not working to not working more is still not working, so it doesn't really matter. It does look kind of tricky to solder this. I can see there's quite big blobs in the other spots where it's been soldered before, so I don't feel so bad. It's like sticking everywhere but where I want it to. Just not wanting to take very well. So at 50-50 should have been way better. I think I'm going to try something else here. Bear with me. Here's what I'm thinking. Pliers. I'm going to pinch this right closed because it's probably going to be fucked anyways. And then I just gobber the flux onto that. Now it's not trying to bridge a huge hole, so you'll sand it a bit more first. Flux all on it. More flux, more. There we got lots of flux. Fire one more time. Should have done this in the first place. I don't know what that's going to take. Ouch. I can see a hole in it. Well, I don't know how good that is or not. Guess it's gonna work or it's not. Usually somewhat solid. Still don't know though that that actually worked for there. I don't know if you guys can even see this at this point. Looks like there still may be holes. Nope. More flux. It's probably the goriest rad repair ever. I probably should have watched a tutorial. So somebody that could show me that actually knew what they were doing. But hey, how are you supposed to learn if you don't fuck some shit up? Super high heat here. Become a little better. I don't know if this will even hold, but no, let's try. Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know that this is taking. It's making a huge mess. As you can see, that's a big old gobber of solder, that's for sure. I don't know if that's gonna hold her or not. There's only one way to find out, and that's to put it in and fill it full of water. And if it doesn't work, I think I'm just gonna grab another rad out of something slightly newer that's in better condition and try to make that work. Alright,